Okay, so, sorry, this is the very last day to paint. I want you to try to finish today. And basically what you're gonna do is get out the same paint palettes, and instead of cleaning all the paint palettes, I just left whatever paint was on there. And we're just gonna use that kind of as our background, and we're just gonna do the best we can with what clean spots we have to make new colors. One thing I am going to do is I had a little bit of brown, so I added some orange to it to make a darker brown, or to make a darker orange, I mean. I'm going to take that and use that to put the ridges on my pumpkins. And then if that's not quite dark enough, I can actually add a little bit. I'm going to give everybody blue today. I can add just a little bit of blue to the orange to make kind of a different shade of brown than what the red and green made. This will be a different color of brown, but it's still going to be a neutral because orange and blue are opposites on the color wheel. So there we go. I want to add a little bit more orange to that. It's not quite the right color I want for my ridge on my pumpkin. Okay, you don't actually have to do this, but if you feel like your pumpkin doesn't look rounded enough or it doesn't look enough like a pumpkin, this is one thing that you can do to make it look more like a pumpkin. Remember, whenever you do these ridges, this isn't the best brush for this. Okay, grabbed a different brush. I have a smaller brush now. And don't be afraid to do that. Get different sizes as you need them. But like I was saying, you don't actually, have to do the ridges, but it might help it to look more like a pumpkin. Also, make sure whenever you're doing these that you start at the stem and curve out and down. And if they're not right where your old pencil lines were, it's no big deal. Okay. Let's see here. I know the way this pumpkin page looks, I might want to go ahead and really make sure that highlight looks good. Okay. And I like to really blend it in. So here's basically the reason for the video today. What you're going to do today is finish this whole painting. So that means going back on top of what you did last time to add texture and details. It might mean painting a stem on the leaves or on the flowers. You might want to add some texture to those to make them look more realistic. Finishing today also means that you might be painting the whole background. Now here's my suggestion to you for this painting, just to make it more simplified. Picture on the paper that you sort of have a horizon line somewhere about the middle, okay? And so what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to kind of just make a little line, and then where it continues over here, I'm going to continue that line. So it's kind of going to split up the top half of my paper, and the bottom half of my paper. Now everything below that line is going to be sort of one basic color, okay? So like I'm just going to pick the blue, and I'm going to put it on there. I don't know if you can see this. Move that up a little bit. And I'm going to paint around everything, and I like to add a little bit of white to this blue. This is a really pretty blue. And I don't care if my brush is perfectly clean, if it's got some brown in it or some yellow in it. I'm going to carefully go around everything and just get this on here. And I'm going to try to speed it up now. Definitely grab a cover sheet to go under your painting. Since we're painting so close to the edges, you're going to definitely want something underneath there to keep you from getting paint all over the tables. Okay, since this picture is mostly warm colors, I'm going to do cool colors on the top. I'm going to mix blue with green. You could also mix blue with purple. That'd be a great cool color to use for the background. As a finishing touch, I mixed a little bit of white with a light brown, and I'm just going to go in and add some highlights. Some of these little stems have some texture, and this will hopefully help to make them look more realistic. I'm also going to add some texture by doing the same kind of highlight on the surface of the pumpkin. And then for a final step, I'm going to mix up kind of a light yellow, and I'm going to go back on top of the flower petals and just make sure that you can really tell that there's several layers of petals. So there's some dark petals, some reddish orange petals, and now these light yellow petals. It'll help to make it look more 3D.